I'm back again, and this time with a lock update. Monday the 23rd marked my 33rd month of braid locking with braids. And I realized that I had not done a lock update since my 2-year, 24-month, uh, you know, time frame. So I decided to come real quick and do that and share with you um, changes or what I've been doing, since then. I made a few little changes, some of which you already know about. But yeah, let's take a look at what I got going on here. And I'm sure you see the lock, built-in lock jewelry, what I like to refer to it as, also refer to it as the lock bling bling. See what it looks like from the, whoops, to the front. I like to have my part here. And let's, whoops, I'm sitting on, ow, ow, ow. Hit my leg on that cabinet. That don't feel good. Kind of got that M shape going on back there as far as the growth. My hair seems to grow about 3 to maybe 4 inches a year. That's about all I get. All right. Okay. What have I been doing different, or have I been doing anything different since the 2-year mark? Yes, I have. Some of which I've already talked about. I wash once a week. I'll cleanse first. Start off with cleansing my scalp with the apple cider vinegar, herb infused apple cider vinegar. I'll strain it out and pour it in my jar here. And I'll go ahead and start another batch. I have found that the longer that this steeps, the better it is. And this lasts me anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, this amount in here. But yep, I'll go through down each of the parts and make sure that I hit each one of the locks at the root. Do a little section and then take the pads of my fingers and massage that in. And then repeat, all the way around my head, till I'm done. And I concentrate on my worst areas, which happens to be right around here. Now, it takes me about 30 to 40 minutes to get it all done. But, because of my scalp condition, I really need to, make sure that I keep paying attention to it. Then I wash, rinse that out, and then wash with the raw African black soap, herb infused raw African black soap on the locks, the hair, the locks only. I don't put that on my scalp. And then rinse that out. And then somewhat, lightly towel dry. Well, actually I towel dry pretty good here with the, the ShamWow and the dark washcloth. And then I apply, whoops, this has been sitting out. I apply my herb infused coconut oil. I got to get this back in the refrigerator. But coconut oil goes solid at temperatures below 77 degrees. And I found since my, in the wintertime, this stays solid for me. But I found that I was using less than, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator. I was using less when it was solid, as opposed to when it turns liquid. So I'm keeping it in the refrigerator now for the summer. But I'll take that and apply it all throughout. Don't need a whole lot. And apply it throughout my locks, making sure that I get the underside, and the top side, I guess I say the side that you see. And believe it or not, that's this jar here, this batch basically is the same batch from when I started using it 2 weeks before my 2-year anniversary last August, when I started using it around the middle of July, or last part of July. Same batch. So that's it goes a long way. A little goes a long way. And even for a good portion of that time, I was washing twice a week. So yeah, a little bit goes a long way. I do have an herb infused olive oil, but olive oil, and I already know castor oil, and those oils are just too heavy for my hair, and all they do is just sit on my hair. They don't penetrate. But with the herbs that I have used in there are very conditioning. So that serves as my conditioner / leave-in conditioner. I do have a video done showing you know, what I put in, or how I do my herb infusion. I just haven't, you know, edited it together yet because it's kind of long. It may end up being in 2-3 parts. I may just do it like that because y'all know I'm long-winded. But yep, and I only apply that on wash day, and I don't apply it again until I wash again. Now every day I'm back to you know, I spritz every day, and that just seems to wake up and puff up my locks, and they go, you know, they're back soft again. And I do that every day, you know, in between, you know, from wash day to the next wash day. And the only thing that I've got in there is just water and some essential oils. I stopped using the rosemary water because even that was, I felt like it was too much for my hair, especially now that I'm only washing once a week. So I've been happy with that. Been kind of using that that method for probably since yeah, it's probably, I went back to spritzing every day. I think I actually started in the winter, you know, around January. The other maintenance, I'm still interlocking, but I've been back and forth as far as settling on a, you know, schedule to do that. I have not. The last time I interlocked was the beginning of May. I mean, excuse me, the beginning of March. So next Saturday will make 3 months since I have interlocked, and I was planning on doing it again then, but after watching a couple of Miss KPJ's videos where she talked about, you know, going 6 months in between her latching, I think she's convinced me to try it. So I don't plan on retightening again until September at the very earliest. I may even stretch it to October. But the reason I was retightening much more frequently was because I was having a serious, you know, my locks love to do the tango. So I was retightening, you know, more frequently. Since my locks are so small, I was afraid of all the popping. But of course, too, at that time I was not using any oil on my hair, and I wasn't using the you know, ACV on the scalp. And I really do think that probably the combination of those two has really helped with the crawling problem. Because like I said, I'm almost at 3 months, and very little, you know, crawling problem. Because I absolutely must, you know, do that massaging and agitating of the scalp, which of course, you know, I'm moving the roots, you know, the roots around. So I've got to do that. I can't, you know, not do that. So yeah, I think I'm going to try it. I really do. I think I'm going to try it. So, so yeah, that's definitely going to be a change. The minimum, I'll say I'll be retightening anywhere from 4, would that be 4? No, 2 to 3 times a year at the very most is what I'm shooting for. I am no longer using my, paper clip, homemade paper clip. Excuse me. What I'm using is a metal yarn needle. The ones I bought, they came in a pack of 4, and these are the largest ones that I could find. I don't know if you can see that. The 13, 16 size. Now, as they come, there were 4 in here, as I mentioned. I already busted 2 trying to get to here. This is the third. The third one made the charm. But this is how they look. And as you can see, that opening is quite small. This, I think, barely, I don't even think this fit my smallest locks. Maybe not the top of the lock, but at that time, the ends, when I started using it, because I've been using it since about month 16. The ends were still pretty fat, so even my smallest lock, the end wouldn't go through here. So what I did was took a pair of needle nose pliers. This is what needle nose look like. And I think they call them needle nose because of the small end there. I opened it up and slid the end of the needle and just gently, a little bit at a time, pushed it back towards me, or push this forward, either way, but gently, a little bit at a time. And then once I got it wide, a little bit wide, I took a pair of round nose pliers, which I don't have around here. I've got them, but they're around here somewhere. And again, did the same procedure, but taking the plier and turning it, ever so slightly, and then pushing down a little bit at the same time, very gently. And once I got it to, this point, I checked my fattest lock, which is in the back. Checked the fattest lock to make sure that it went over. Once I, got to that point, I stopped. Because like I said, like I already mentioned, I've already broken, 2 of these. But, $3 for 4 of these, as opposed to, what, $15, $10, or even $5 for one nappy lock tool. Now, because of the length of this, it is a bit hard to use if your locks are short. I had purchased these. I think I had them for about 3 months before before I could use it. I tried it, and like I said, because of the my lock still being kind of short, it made this kind of hard to use, and I didn't want to go through the trouble of trying to shorten this. So I waited, three months or so. Tried it again, and I have been, I love it, absolutely love it. So that's another option for you guys out there who are wanting to use the nappy lock tool, because you use this just like the nappy lock. You go in, enter the new growth from this end, whereas the paper clip, you have to keep threading it, and use this end. So that, that's an option out there. Like I said, I've been using this since month 16, and I love it, absolutely love it. I think that is it. I think I hope I mentioned that I am spritzing every day with just water and some essential oils. But that, I think, covers any and all changes that I have made since the 2-year mark. So as far as lock update, I won't see you guys again until the 3-year mark, which will be in 3 months. So I will talk to y'all later in the next video. Bye.